guys, and welcome to another episode of Convention Confessional. My name is Katy Hunt, and I'm here to guide you through the good, the bad, and the ugly of the convention world. And this week, I'm excited because it's one of those weeks where my friends have led me to another friend who wants to be on the show of their own volition. So there's no bribing and no begging involved, which is kind of nice. It's like people actually volunteer to be on this thing, and they have stories. Everybody meet Xan. Hi, Xan. How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you for having me on.
I'm so excited to have you on.
Oh, yeah. We've been, a mutual friend of ours has been talking up both of us for a while, and it seems we've been orbiting each other's podcasts and whatnot for a little bit of time.
Just a moment. Yes.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a fleeting moment.
Oh, yeah.
Well, please introduce yourself to the masses.
So, yeah, I am Xan of the Spiraken Review Podcast, which formerly was the Spiraken Manga Review, which I've been talking about manga and God knows what else since 2008. And I've been in tons of conventions all across the East Coast, from Otakon all the way up to, well, some creepy ones, which I don't want to even talk about. But I will talk about because it's some fun ones. But I may save those for another time because I got some cool things. But if you want to check me out at spiraken.com. I release every week. The newest episode actually debuted tonight, the 23rd of March, where I talk about a new manga that's pretty depressing and fun at the same time.
We love it. We love a good manga. Well, Xan, like you said, you have some stories to share with me, and this is the best because my favorite is like my friends come on and half the time I know what they're going to talk about and half the time I have no idea what they're going to talk about. And to me, the best times is when I go into it completely blind. I have no idea what you're about to talk about, and I am ready for all of your stories.
Oh yeah. And I have tons to go about. I was thinking of all the random ones, and actually the ones that was the most fun are kind of the most cringy at the time.
Yes.
And I'm going to go over something which we all have to deal with whenever we go to conventions, and that's lodgings or finding a hotel or the things we do when we have to stay at a convention and we don't have money.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was a young little Xan, I first went with my dad to conventions, and then I went with some friends to conventions. Really didn't stay. It was one day thing. Would drive down. I'm a former New Yorker. Now I live in Mass. But in New York, I'd be driving down to New Jersey, nothing too far. And then I started doing this podcast and got invited to conventions. So I started staying at other places. I'd be like, okay, so I'm going to go to Anime Next for a week, and I'm going to stay a mile away and pay half the money. But then I have to pay for parking. So that's another. So what I save, I lose.
Right.
Then in Anime Boston, the first year I went, I did the same thing. I parked all the way on the other side of Boston and then paid for an Uber every day to schlep all my stuff because I didn't want to stay at the Prudential.
Right.
Not good at all. Not good at all. So, it just was like, $200 now $1,000. What happened? Who knows? Exactly. Inflation. It's the goblins. The goblin stole the money. That's who took it.
That's got to be it.
That has to be it. No. So I eventually started saying I'll take a roommate if I have to. So I'd go get a roommate. I'd have my co-panelists. We'd share a room. Would work. Then one year I get invited to Otakon, and I'm super excited, super stoked. And the first year I go there, I find a hotel outside of DC. Well, no, it was Baltimore at the time. Outside of Baltimore for $100 for the whole weekend, and then $1,000 for parking going into the city.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of overtime down the toilet, buying stuff, food and mangas at the conventions down the toilet. I was essentially working for nothing, going there for no reason but to drive. So I say, you know what? This year I'll go. I'm going to, the next year I said, I don't know if I'm going to go. I'm debating about it. They invite me again. I say, you know what? I'm going to go. I'll go be a panelist again. And slight tangent, the year beforehand, I started in Anime Next. I think they're still going on. I'm not sure. A 21 and up meetup group. This is for any attendee that's over 21 that doesn't want to hang out with the younger crowd. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of cool. We'd hang out, drink, play card games, things like that. It was really cool. And one of the people there said that her and a couple of people were going to the con, and they were like, "Yeah, you could crash with us in our room." So I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll hang out with you, Jay." And so it's gonna be, but she said it's gonna be $40 for the weekend, and and we need you to drive us down if that's okay, just us, and we're meeting a couple other people. I'm thinking, okay, maybe 2 people, 4 people in a room, right? Yeah.
Oh, Xan.
That should have been warning number 1, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. I've met these people. We've hung out 2 years. They seem cool. They're fine. They're not crazy. I mean, one of them who I met before we went to Oda, really nice guy, ended up going from being a straight edge to being a complete. He course corrected the opposite direction, and now he's married, and he's like, and just some stuff was like, dude, that's not how it goes. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. I'm not using names. So anyway, so I go pick up Jay and friend D, and I'm just using initials because of reasons. So we get in, we drive. I think we're driving down, and it's a long way from New York to Baltimore. I'm like, they'll chip in for gas. That didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but still, $40 shouldn't be bad. So we get to the hotel, which is literally a block away from the convention center. Cool, we're waiting. It's like, okay, so we're gonna meet the other people here. Cool. All right, we're waiting. 7 people show up. Oh, God. Oh, and then to top it off, so that's 7 people in the room, plus them, so that's 10. Maybe it's a suite. Maybe it's sweet. No. So it's one with 2 queen size.
Hey, at least there were 2 beds.
Oh, hold on. Next. Oh, no. Jay says, we're going to pay it in cash. The hotel says, okay, you can pay it in cash. You need to put a credit card. We're not putting a credit card down. All right. So what we're going to do is every day at this time, you have to come back and switch your key. And you only get 2 keys. Yeah. Hold on. It gets even better.
Oh no.
So, all right. So it's that. So, and how much was Otakon, the tickets back then? Like 10 years ago.
Oh God, probably like what? $60 maybe?
$60 to $100, depending if you're there the whole weekend. So
sure.
We'll say
okay.
100.
Okay.
So, all right. So, assumingly we all paid, we're going to go have a good time. So it's Thursday night. We go get our tickets. A couple of them go down. I meet a couple other people. Ironically, this is the year I met our friend Doug. But that comes in a little bit. So then you get to the room set. Everyone's hanging out. They have brought liquor. And not just a little bit of liquor. Not like a couple of beer cans, not a 6-pack, not a keg. It's like 15 feet table filled with every type of liquor possible in this room.
Oh, so they just brought a whole bar with them. That's convenient.
Pretty much. And they began.
What?
So I was like, okay, cool. So we're going to drink. It's going to be good. We're going to be fine. So first night, they're drinking. They're hanging out. I have a couple of drinks. I'm not really a big drinker, and I got a panel at around 10 o'clock in the morning. So I drink. Oh, we'll be fine. End up like everyone's still talking. Everyone's up. So I kind of like pass out for a little bit, try to force myself to sleep, get 3 hours sleep.
Sure.
Sleeping on the floor because everyone's all over the place and thinking, in this area I'll be fine. I'm next to my bag. It'll be good. Mm-hmm. Wake up. Everyone's still up. Everyone's still drinking. Everyone's still hanging out. All right. Okay. This is insane, but whatever. I go, do my stuff, do my Otakon stuff. I have to go back to the room. I have to text one of them. I said, oh, I'm in the room. It'll be fine. What? Okay. Go back. So someone comes down. They do the whole shtick with the changing the card, and I meet them. I go back upstairs. They're still in the room partying.
What?
It gets worse.
How?
They're still partying. They're still partying, still drinking. I'm pretty sure some have left. New people are in there. I don't know what happened. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I have a lock on my bag, so it's fine.
Right.
So we go back, and it's like, it can't get worse. It can't get worse.
It got
Go
worse.
back, go back, go back. They're still partying. And the Jay is like, oh, I went to the con for 1 minute. It wasn't worth it. So I'm going to just stay here, hang out.
What?
So you spent $100 to go in. Why? Oh, I wasn't going to, I didn't want to go in the dealer room. Their panels and other things. No, this is fine. And I'm like, okay, whatever. All right, whatever. So them drinking, a couple more rowdy people show up. More booze is there. I have not slept in. I slept maybe 2 hours and 24 hours. I didn't sleep at all that night. And I'm like, fuck this. I grabbed my bag and I'm staying there, but I grabbed my portable, because I had 2 bags, one with all my gear, and went to the con to stay there the whole time. Then I went to a panelist and other people event that I don't know if I am allowed to talk about, where that's actually where I met our friend Doug.
Wait, you went to a panel you met Doug at that you can't talk about?
No. There was a like a meetup of panelists.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like Doug was doing a panel we couldn't talk about. I was gonna be like, we need to pause this. I need to talk to Doug.
No, it's not that. It's no. We ended up meeting there. We got along fine, which was great and awesome.
Great.
One of the highlights of the event. So I go back to the hotel. I was able to finagle a key. Thank God. They're still partying, and this is now Saturday night. I don't know. It's one of the things I don't know. There's some stuff that's happened at my other job, my old job, that make me wonder what the hell happened. And it's like, that's less mysterious than how these people did not die of alcohol poisoning. So I go there. They're still partying, still doing this. I walk away. I go to a mutual friend's room. He's like, I'm not here. I'm at this room. They're at a party full of pot and God knows what else. Like, oh God, this is. Yeah, next time, I don't care. I'm paying the extra money for my own room.
Oh my God.
And to stop it all off, at the end of the thing, we get out. We're ready to go. I'm ready to leave them there, but I'm a man of my word. I take them back. Do they pitch in for gas?
No.
Oh. Do they offer to drive because I'm dead tired? No. So I get them home. I literally drive to my home. I close the door. I just walk 2 feet, pass out on my couch.
Oh my God, I bet.
Oh yeah. So long story short, when you need roommates, don't pick people you don't know.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, it was a nightmare. But a couple years later, I tried this again. Not to the extent that it was. This time I was in charge of the room. I invited 2 friends who I'd met through the group, who I'd hung out with multiple times outside of the group. I hung out with them outside. One, we're going to call them B and T. Really nice guys. He's got a heart of gold, but he's kind of scary. And Jay is kind of weird, but he's cool. I really like him. And he also does panel stuff. I'm not going to reveal his name because if this gets back to him, he's going to kill me. Slowly with a bunch of knives. So anyway, so we're hanging out. And this is actually the con I proposed to my wife to.
Ah.
Yeah, so this is great, but we're sharing a room, all 4 of us. They were nice enough that they made themselves scarce. But the first night we're there, we're ready. I got panels in the morning. I'm also waiting for something really cool. And he decides, because he doesn't want to go to sleep because he's working on panels, to at 3 a.m, turn on the TV, wake everybody up to watch Baggage.
The choice.
Have you heard of Baggage?
I have.
Oh, so for you listeners, if you've never heard of Baggage, it is the most amazing and horrifying thing ever. It is a game show that the host is Jerry Springer.
Yep.
And you get one person choosing 3 people to go on a date with, choosing 1 out of 3, and they all have their disturbing baggage, like they sleep with a S&M mask on, or they still cohabitate with their 2 exes, or they were former pimps. Yep. Just to name a few. And so we ended up staying up watching this train wreck. for 2 nights.
Why?
The same night. He's back to watching it. I don't know. It just happened. And it's like, I tell people like, yeah, you gotta hear about this show. They're like, no, this show doesn't exist. I'm like, yeah, that show exists and it's horrible. But it's like, you have to watch it because it's so insane. We didn't know about that.
That's a lot of that show to watch.
Oh, yeah. But no, we left to do panel stuff. But when he came back, it was back on when we came back to the room.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. But I'm just like, that's still like 2 nights in a row is a lot.
Yeah. But still, it wasn't as bad. Like that he left that. But for the most of the day, he was gone because that day, so going into a nicer moment. So I was going to propose to my wife, like I said. And so here's what happened with that. So I proposed to my wife at the con because I was going to propose to her 2 days beforehand, and the ring hadn't shown up. I had ordered the ring, and the ring was late. So I had to call the guy, say, listen, this is late. I'm going to be at a con I'm going to be in New Jersey for the weekend. Please send it to this address. I gave him the hotel address. Please, for the love of God, send it.
Right.
And he agrees to do it, and it's me nervously waiting for 2 days for it to show up.
Oh God.
So it's like, is it here? Is it here? Is it here? I'm like, keep going down. Was there a package dropped off? No. Was there a package dropped off? No. Was a package dropped off? No. The package shows up right before something else was going on, because I was actually leaving the con with my girlfriend, now wife, to go do something else that day because of stuff. So so the ring shows up. Thank God. I do kind of nice breakfast. Get some breakfast. Bring it up with the ring. Do a very nice proposal, and she was ecstatic. It was very fun.
Good.
Yes. And that kind of made up for the insanity of having the weird roommates. The one who watched baggage, and the other one who just disappeared. He showed up. He slept for like
at least they like left the room.
Yeah,
which is like a vast improvement on the last ones that just like lived there and like could have gotten alcohol poisoning.
Also, I'm pretty sure the ones in the other room did not bathe.
Ew, why? You're there and the shower's right there.
They're in their 20s. They can buy alcohol. They don't need to sleep. Woo!
One of them sleeping in that shower by any chance?
Actually, I ended up sleeping in there last night. I just locked the bathroom door. We're like, yep, nope. Not dealing with this shit. I need sleep.
Oh, God. See, I respect that because I have slept in a bathtub before at a convention. And thankfully, the people that I stayed with like were really nice people and, like went to bed at kind of a normal hour and didn't stay in the hotel room the whole time drinking. We just didn't have the space, and I claimed it as my space. And we got the extra comforter and just plopped it into the shower. And then I just like kind of made like a cushy little bed, and I slept at the end that obviously didn't have like the spit on it or anything. And it worked out nice because again, when you're like in your early 20s, case in point, you don't really care.
Yeah, you don't try to. Yeah, you're like, I'll stay where I go to. I mean, I've slept on floors. I've slept on sleep. I brought sleeping bags. Which is fine. It's just at a certain point, you're like, this is insane.
Right. You hit an age. There's an age. I swear to God, there is an age where you realize you're like, why did I ever do the things that I did when there's a bed right there?
Yeah. And the thing is, I've shared beds with someone else, and it's like, it's kind of like you have that pillow wall. You're like, just feels awkward. And you're like, nope, this ain't happening. All right, I'm sleeping on the floor. This is just no. It's like, you could fit 3 people onto a no.
No, we can't. And I've done the 4 people in one bed before too thing. It doesn't work.
Yeah, no. Part of me is debating if I ever do that again, bring a hammock.
Oh.
But then you have to adhere to walls, and there's that whole thing of, oh, you destroyed part of the hotel wall. You have to pay for that.
It was like that. The hammock was here.
It's like, no, if I'm bringing a hammock, I'm bringing that home. Be like, this is mine. This is mine, bitch.
You're like drill a hole into the wall, put the hammock up. It's fine.
No, command strips. Yes,
that's where it's definitely. At. The command hooks would definitely hold a human person in a hammock up.
but but on the other hand of this, on the other side of this, same group of people, because I met a bunch of all cool individuals who I've hung out with, I've made longtime friends with. There was one guy, really sweet, really nice. He just every year could not catch a break. So one year he gets a hotel, the hotel sprinkler system explodes. So he has no room. He ends up sleeping in the lobby.
Oh no.
All of us end up saying, well, you can crash in our rooms for a day, and he ends up hopping, but he lost that. The next year, he gets the room. Oh, it's a shame. It was double booked for something else, so you lost the... And we're like, no way. And he shows, and we see, it wasn't like a gimmick or he just doesn't get their room and he's mooching. It's like literally, he's like Stuart from Big Bang Theory, where just everything that goes wrong happens.
Oh my God.
It's like for 4 years, he never caught a break. So I was like sleeping in the lobby. It was just horrible.
Oh my God. I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
Like, thankfully, like, I've worked at conventions. Most of my convention, like half of my convention career, I've worked at conventions. So it's always been like there's been a hotel room for me. So if they messed up, that's on them, but they figure it out, kind of thing. I can thankfully say that I've never had the problem of going to a hotel and checking in and horrified to find out that I have no hotel room for some reason. Like, that's never been a thing. Thank goodness.
Yeah,
I don't know what I do.
That's yeah, no, he took it like a champ. I would be like, yep, I'm sleeping in my car, or like the first year of AB, where it's like, I'm just going to drive home after the one day, which I regret because I missed one of the coolest concerts ever because of that. I should have just slept in my car. Just bringing up the... Oh yeah, no, but there are some fun things like we did. So that meetup group is still meeting to this day, and it's like they have different meetups at different times, and then they evolve to another group that does like they actually meet at like I sound like a Valley girl. Like. Filler words. Brain is not working right now. But
Words are hard.
Words are hard. Words are very hard. Let's start talking like Bizarro. Yeah. But back to my point. So the new group ends up going to different theme parks and doing cosplay days. They make agreements with the theme park for promotional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool that they do that. So I went to one of those, which was very weird because they decided they were going to try at this one theme park, which shall remain nameless, to make Keijo a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that was an interesting and horrible experience watching that.
But why?
And the thing is, this spin-off group is led by a very nice and intelligent and very what's the word I'm looking for here? Not economic. I'm looking for some entrepreneurial young lady.
Sure.
She's good. She's making hand over fist with this company, and that's awesome because she does cosplay stuff and other things. But her working on this Keijo thing was insane. I was like, I'm not touching this. You guys are on your own. I'm just here to hang out, and that's it. And seeing all the people looking at them like they're nuts trying to do Keijo. Mm-hmm. Actually, is Keijo past the 10-year mark? Do people not know what that is?
There is a good chance people don't know what that is.
Okay. Do you want to describe this?
Oh, no. This is your show, man. You go. By all means.
Okay. Just type in Keijo, and you'll see what we're talking about. It's a ridiculous sport, which is, I have no idea why. I don't know why it's a thing.
Keijo.
Keijo, and then the girl goes splash.
Right.
That's thank God they're like, we want to replicate Icon.
No. Maybe not.
No. Or sorry, the new thing is interspecies. Oh God, is that still a thing? I don't know.
I haven't been to a convention in 3 years. I'd like to hope that a lot of things kind of died with the pandemic. That might be one of them.
I will say this: going to Otakon last year, seeing all the cosplays that were which were the current cosplays. It's
Mhm.
kind of shocking all the good series that have been missed because of the pandemic.
Well, for example, what do you think is like a good series that was missed?
Isaacin,
Okay,
easy breezy.
sure.
Seeing that trope, that's gone. That was skipped over. Akudama Drive was skipped over. Dr. Stone was skipped over because it just started when the pandemic happened.
Mm-hmm.
Jujutsu Kaisen, well, that's probably still going to be a thing, and probably Chainsaw Man's going to be a thing. So yeah, those were a couple of them.
All
Oh,
right.
and thank God, the Naruto is dead.
You think so, huh?
Hey, look at it. Comparatively, it's not as big as it was 10 years ago.
That is fair. That is fair. I mean, I anticipate going back to a lot of My Hero Academia. Seven Deadly Sins, I'm sure.
Yep.
JoJo, I feel like, is still pretty big, huh?
JoJo's going to stay JoJo forever. People will
Right,
love that
right.
show. I'm thinking Toilet Bound Hanako-kun's going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like you always get that splash of the classics in there. I like to think though, like going back to a convention for the first time, because my first convention back is going to be Anime Boston, which I've said on here several times. I like to think that going back, it's like all these people that have been in lockdown for so long coming back to a convention are going to show up with like these ridiculous costumes from like things that we've either heard of or haven't heard of. But the reality of it is like I'm sitting here going, wow, I can't wait to see all these cosplays, and I'm like, you have been sitting at home for 3 years and made nothing.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not. But it's just funny to me. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to show up with these really cool costumes too. Okay, you haven't done a thing. Like, who are you? Like, what are you talking about? Other people are more ambitious, though. I feel like we're going to walk into like a lot of like really cool cosplays coming back to conventions in this area. So I'm excited.
I'm also excited, and it's going to be fun because I've got one cosplay on the marks for the con.
Oh yeah,
So that's
what
going
is
to be
it?
fun.
Is it a surprise?
I can say it. So, my wife and I, well, one of her favorite animes is The Night Is Long, Walk On Girl. So she is dressed up as the girl,
Okay.
and we're doing a liquor panel, which works perfectly for that. So
Mm-hmm.
she is dressing up as the main character, and I'm dressing up as a side character.
Okay. That sounds nice. Is this going to be at Anime Boston?
Yeah, Anime Boston.
We're
Oh,
going to
sorry,
meet at Anime Boston?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me there. Night is Short, Walk On Girl. She's gonna be. Well, it's Kohai. That's the name of the girl.
Okay.
And well, we'll see which one. There's two possibilities for me. Originally, we were gonna do a whole shtick involving what is it called? This guerrilla theater thing going on, where we show up at different events, do an event, and then run away, and then do it there, just leave notes.
That's
But then
awesome.
I'm like, no, that's my old Lupin costume. I would do that. Leave notes, say, I stole this. See you later.
Oh man, you used to cosplay as Lupin?
Yeah, no, I have. I still do. Just I want to get back in Lupin shape. I do red jacket, blue jacket, and black jacket.
Nice. I always the only one I've ever dressed as is green jacket.
Awesome. That is cool. And on a tangent with that, Anime NYC, the first year they had a night where Crunchyroll was inviting people for a party.
Mm-hmm.
It was at a club. Afterwards, for specific, it was a Crunchyroll party. They were inviting panelists and press. And since I do press and panel, I got invited into it. And Greta, my wife, and I went as Fujiko and Lupin. And and it's during Halloween. Everyone's in costume.
Mm-hmm.
Third place.
Hey.
And I actually still have the photo somewhere.
That's awesome. Send it to me. I want to use it. Send it to me.
It's a third. Let me see if I can find it. I'm looking for it right now. Where is it? Hold on. Too many bookmarks. It's like mobile bookmarks. You have 2 billion.
Where have I left this open? Oh God.
Okay, so we got the one with her without the wig on. Where is? I'll send it to you. I'll send it to your email after the show.
Sure, absolutely.
It's a 3D picture, which is really cool.
That's exciting.
It was Kotaku. I was wrong. It was Kotaku was running it, so it was pretty cool. And
Nice.
it's fun. We got beat out by a guy dressed up as Khal Drogo and Daenerys in 1930s wear.
Okay. All right.
Because it's going to be the 1920s, and that's what they were going to do, even though this is not like the 1920s at all.
Right.
Feels like the 1930s.
Now, see, you're a cosplayer, so like, when did you first cosplay? Like, what was your first cosplay?
So, actually, first cosplay was relatively later in life, and it was Deckham from. No, actually, no, it wasn't Deckham. Deckham was the first one from being a podcaster. I was Deckham from Death Parade.
Okay.
Yep, the whole thing with the suit, because I prefer doing cosplays, which you could switch it so you look like I'm in cosplay. Then if you just add 2 things, I'm a normal human being. But before that, I did Zelos.
Okay.
Long time ago. That was early 2000s. Yeah, I was Zelos, the trickster priest from Slayers, an amazing series and probably one which people say is not an isekai, and I'll argue it is.
I love Slayers Reloaded. I love Slayers.
And the last episode is totally worth it because it has the best song in it.
Oh God, you're right. Yeah, it was a really good song, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute since I've watched Slayers, but I mean, all that stuff that came out like 90s that like showed up like somewhere at the very end of the 90s in America, like early 2000s. Like I feel like it's very underappreciated these days. We need more of that.
No, it is, but it evolves over time. Everything changes. Everything gets weird and crazy. I mean, look at some of the manga, which like right now we're in, what is it? The current phase is isekai is the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's isekai and the really weird what is it? The weird slice of life stuff.
Yeah.
Like play it cool guys and my personal favorite, A Man and His Cat.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's super depressing, but it's about a cat who's a year old who's going to go in the back room, and an old man adopts him, and it's about the old man taking care of the cat.
Okay, I don't care if it's spoilers or not. Please tell me the cat lives.
Oh, the cat lives. The old man's dealing with the death of his wife also. That's why it's depressing, because it's like he's dealing with that she died and she wanted a cat, so he got the cat. And
Gotcha.
he loves the cat, and it's just the awe moments.
Okay. All right, because like the buildup of this, I'm like waiting for it to be like, oh my God, if something happens to this damn cat, I'm out.
No, it's not that. Like that's the other thing, and I'm doing the panel. Actually, the panel I'm doing is about pet manga, so I'll talk about that there.
Lovely.
So if you go to Anime Boston, you could check me out. I'm doing 22 pet manga recommendations.
Hey, you can check out my panel
up.
too. I'm doing this stuff live.
Awesome.
It's gonna be.
I know, and I'm excited. I want to check it out if I can check it, if I can make it, but I don't know, because like I said, I'm doing 6 panels, so we'll see.
6 panels, good Lord, sir.
Oh, that's nothing. That con where I proposed to Greta,
mm-hmm.
I did 7 panels in one day.
Why?
Because
did you like leave the room? Did you have to do different rooms? Were they mean to you and like put you at like different ends of the convention center? Or at that point, did they just be like, "This is where you live now"?
Pretty much, yeah. No, because what happened was that so Friday I had this thing, because we got there Wednesday, and Friday was when the ring came, and then we had the thing we had to do. Mm-hmm. So that was some personal stuff we had to take care of. So we did that, and then Saturday was the only day they gave me every single panel. Charles Dunbar looked at me like I was a lunatic and said, "What the hell's wrong with you? 7 in one day? Even I wouldn't do that."
You're a madman. You're crazy. No one's ever attempted it before. You'll die.
No, I was like this at the end. I was like, I can't talk anymore. Watch the slides. I'm going to sit here and drink Earl Grey tea.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Running a horror panel and just being like, I can't. I mean, on the flip side, it's better than the AB where I was drunk during the panel. And I think I
Oh.
passed out halfway through it and then woke up and everyone's clapping because apparently I ran the whole panel while drunk. And there's video of me being extremely articulate during this time. I'm like, I don't remember any of this.
Just black out, and you come back around, and the panel's done, and everyone's like, it was a masterpiece. You're just like, what?
Hey, that's what happened. It's literally what happened. It was. I was like, "There's no way." And someone actually, I'm like, "Oh my god, what the hell happened?"
That's hilarious.
And I don't really drink a lot. I do not. It's just like a very rare occasion. But when I do, it's like just poof.
Apparently, you're Mensa when you drink.
Apparently so. But yeah, no craziness. Holy shit. I love going down this weird rabbit hole of con memories because so many other weird things. It just
That's what happens. That's what happens in this show. It's like I dredge up these like it's kind of like therapy. You kind of bring up like all these memories. You're like, oh my god, wait, this reminds me of this. Oh god, and then this happened, and then this happened. It's just like this weird like release. Like it's something in your brain, just like, oh god, I remember all of it now.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, no. Like that brings me to the other cosplay. I did a cosplay of a zombie. I had some help from a friend who may or may not have worked on a show that was made by Robert Kirkman.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I looked really scary and was scaring children. I went to a party afterwards. Got pickpocketed. Day one of a con.
What? Who pickpockets a zombie?
Someone did, and I had I spent half of day two at the police station.
As a zombie?
The funny part, as a zombie at the police station. Funnier part. This is 2 years before I met Greta. The police station is a block from where she lived.
I was like, I thought you were gonna be like, she was in the holding cell. It was weird.
No. She's a good girl. She's a good girl.
Right. You're just the zombie that shows up at the police station with your wallet stolen. How sad.
Yep, with wallet and no ID, and be like, yeah, my wallet was stolen, and I don't know what to do. It's like, yeah, well, you're on your own, buddy. Good luck.
I also don't normally look like this.
Yes.
I remember back at Anime Boston many, many moons ago, back when Fullmetal Alchemist was the big thing because it had just come out like 2005. There was a girl who had done the very end of the show. She had made that big pink ball gown. And she had taken like Rice Krispie treats and cornflake and fake blood and latex and put it all into her chest to make like that rotted skin effect going on. Oh,
ooh,
it was so gnarly. It was so gross looking, but it was so cool.
Yeah, but that's how you got to do it. You have to, you got to, it's go big or go home. You can't just be like, oh no, I'm not going to do this. You got to go for it. And
She definitely went for it. But it's like, it's funny because I just found an album of like all of the past convention stuff that I had done. And it was like a big album of 2005. And for some reason, I don't have her picture in there. But what I did have a picture of was the really gross mom puddle from Fullmetal Alchemist. Like the mom baby that they made. Like some person was clever. Like walking around as that.
Oh yeah. That's on the level of the Mr. and Miss, the Thomas and Martha Wayne. We just drop down in front of an that one you drop in front of Albert and Edward and be like, ugh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just like that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That and people that dress up like the dog.
Sho Tucker? He's a good dad. He's a good dad. He made sure his daughter lived forever. I hate that bastard. I dreaded it. I showed that to someone who does not like anime, and they're like saying, "Why would you show this to me?" It's like, because you bashed my series. So good luck.
Because now it's in your head too. You have to think about how fucked up people are. That's why
it's living in rent space in your brain now.
Forever. Oh, so sad.
I do not want to have to do this. Yeah, no. I'm still looking for this photo because it's so. But the other, like, if we're going for some of the cosplays I've seen, which are just disturbing, there were some that were just insane. someone did horror convention. They did a sewn mouth.
Oh,
Yeah, it was super disturbing.
yeah.
It
Like
was
I've
like,
done some stuff like where people have put like the latex zipper in to their
yep.
face.
And speaking of friend of the podcast, Doug, who's going to hate me for this, we dressed up as Fist of the North Star goons at Otakon, and we held up pictures of Kenshiro wanted posters harassing people. please don't kill me, Doug. But
Doug is very popular the last 2 weeks. Last couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how we totally rattling off wrong Star Wars facts, and somewhere I felt him shift in the universe, and now you've talked about his Fist of the North Star cosplay. He's like, I have regrets.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh man.
And I'm throwing that picture in just because if you could tell which is, you probably will. Fist of the North Star. Doug. Yep, and I just threw him into the Twitter if you want to check that out.
Lovely.
What am I, an old man? I just threw it into the Twitter. It's like the book face.
The book face and the Google. Everything has to have a "the" in front of it.
Yeah.
Oh man, Fist of the North Star. Amazing. Who knows? Maybe I'll use this picture. You'll just find out, like, all of a sudden the ad will come up for this and the picture will just be there. Be like, yes, that's where we chose to pick. Excellent.
Yep.
Well, Xan, thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been amazing. It's so nice getting to meet you.
Definitely. And if you want me back on, I'm always down for it because this is a lot of fun.
Oh boy, you've just signed your life away. You all heard it. It's public now. Is there anything else you would like to promote while you are here, sir?
Check me out, Spiraken.com. Check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Spiraken, where I have reaction videos and tons of insane things. And if you enjoy what you hear and want to help me support, make more fun stuff, you can check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Spiraken, with tons of behind the scenes things and some really cool podcasts about some very odd topics, including how to make coffee in under 10 minutes.
Fantastic. Thanks again, Xan, for coming on the show. And everybody, you know what I promote, the live panel coming up. Don't have a date yet, don't have a time yet, but when I do, everyone's going to know about it. Also, you can get a copy of my book, That Could Have Gone Worse, Life Lessons from a Dinosaur Cosplayer. It's available on Amazon. Feel free to pick up a copy of that because it is pretty awesome. Thanks again for coming on the show. And guys, we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.